Previously on MasterChef Australia.
Let's get ready to rumble!
In the Beat the Brigade Week elimination, Jess, Scott, Dan and Tommy found themselves fighting for their survival.
I'm feeling a whole world of pressure at the moment.
Get it on the plate!
They created some beautiful dishes.
I could have eaten all of that to myself, to be honest.
It was fantastic.
But it was bittersweet for Jess, who left the MasterChef kitchen. Tonight,
Today is all about being inventive.
a classic MasterChef challenge returns.
Burning up in my heart like a flame, like a brighter shooting star in our souls. We all know our dreams make us who we are. We got today, so spin me round and show me the way back to burning up in my heart like a flame, like a brighter shooting star in our souls. We all know our dreams make us who we are.
All right. Happy Monday. Happy Monday.
Start of a week, clean slate, blank canvas.
Top 15. I look up at that M every morning we walk in, like, I can't believe I'm here.
What do you reckon, boys? White aprons.
What is today going to be?
I have no idea. It's definitely thrown us with a wide apron.
The competition is definitely getting harder. You just have to bring your A game every day. The middle ground isn't there. It's top or bottom. There is nowhere to hide.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, so many benches. Oh.
Come on, guys, down you come. Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, what are the closets?
So we're walking in today and I see the 5 silver cloches. Oh man, they're scary. Oh, I hate cloches. The judges, they're never going to lift up the cloche and say, look at this chicken palmy, cook that. It's something twisted and weird and they love it.
Morning, everyone. How are you all?
Good.
Welcome back to the MasterChef kitchen. Savina, how are you feeling?
Ready to rumble, ready
Yeah?
to go, as always.
Learned a lot last week?
Learned so much, had a great time.
Awesome. Brent, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I've had too many coffees, so I'm feeling pretty jacked up. No, but I'm feeling good, yeah.
Is an over-caffeinated Brent a good thing or a bad thing?
We're about to find out.
Today, we've decided to bring a classic MasterChef challenge back.
Oh my God.
So, you'll be cooking in an invention test.
This is so good.
An invention test is a time to flex your creative muscle. We want to see something that surprises us, something that makes us think. So push yourselves. If you want to be safe today, don't play it safe. Got it?
Yeah.
So, today is all about being inventive. And you're really gonna have to work hard because under these cloches are 5 of the most common vegetables you'll see. Everyday veg. Some may say even boring veg. The first one, we've got an onion. Ooh. Next to the onion, we have zucchini. Next, we have the humble potato. And next, carrot.
Gotcha.
And finally, one of my favourites. Some call it the boring broccoli. So your job today is to use one of these 5 ingredients and create a delicious dish, but it has to be inventive.
Everyday humble veg under the cloches. Oh, I'm so worried right now. Well, what can you do with a carrot or zucchini or broccoli or an onion or potato? Those are like little side things. You don't really use them as the main part of your dish.
Okay, so here are some rules. You will have an open pantry and access to the garden. You must use one of these ingredients in an inventive way. You will have 75 minutes to complete your dish, and the 4 least impressive dishes will go into tomorrow's pressure test, where one of you will be going home.
Oh my God.
Good luck, and your time starts now.
Open it, open it, open it.
All right, in you go, in you go, in you go, in you go.
Where's the onions?
It has to melt faster, doesn't it?
Stay safe today, guys.
I'm going to go with the carrot today. I think I've got a pretty creative idea. I hope it meets the brief, and I know that I can make this taste good. That's cilantro. I'm going to make a carrot steak and serve that with a béarnaise sauce. Okay, okay.
Where are the kaffir lime leaves?
Garlic, onion.
I'm drawn to the potato just because I love eating potatoes. I think they're like the best vegetable ever. And I'm wanting to do a stuffed potato skin with a smoked creme fraiche filling.
Are these the potatoes we have to use?
Yeah.
I'm thinking the potato is nice and humble. So I've picked the potato and I'm going to make an Indian street food platter.
I'm going to try and make a samosa using really thin slices of potato. It's a huge risk, but I have to say, invention tests were my favourite episodes on MasterChef. Some of the weird and wonderful things that would come out of that kitchen was the reason I tuned in to watch, and now I'm in one, and I'm really excited about today, and I hope I don't epically fall on my face.
I really want to do a dessert today. Dessert's my strength, and I think in an invention test, I can be really inventive with dessert. It's basically just a time to really push yourself, and the judges really want you to show something that they haven't seen before.
Tom, you're a bit of a creative cat when it comes to dishes.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm going to do like a layered white chocolate dessert in a white chocolate shell. It's going to have like a whipped white chocolate, a carrot caramel and a shortbread, and have like a carrot sphere on top, so it looks like a fried egg.
Got it. And what's the carrot sphere made of?
Carrot juice, and then it's like calcium lactate, sodium alginate, sugar.
Oh, so it's like a liquid centre version. Sounds great, and I love that you're being creative. That's, I mean, that's what we want today, right? I want to be surprised. This is surprising.
Great.
Good luck.
Thanks, Job.
I'm really trying to impress the judges today by showing off a couple quite difficult techniques. I think today is the day to push myself a little bit, maybe go a little bit risky. If I can pull off this carrot juice egg yolk, it's going to be something the judges haven't seen before.
You going good, Tom?
Yeah, I think so.
An invention test is totally different to previous challenges because it's all about reinventing flavours, it's all about reinventing techniques. My style of cooking is quite experimental in its own way. When it comes to creating a dish, it would actually be something that I've cooked again and again, but I wanted to give it a new twist.
So I'm going to use onion and I'm going to make a green curry cake. I'm also going to serve it with a coconut ice cream. I think if I just focus and, you know, do the things that I know how to do really well, which is just punch flavour and those things, I think I should be okay.
I'm kind of playing to my strengths today because I love baking and I love experimenting with Southeast Asian flavours. It's going to have the sweetness and, you know, the really nice texture of the cake. At the same time, it's going to have the beautiful aromats of the green curry, but it needs to be perfectly balanced.
So today I chose the carrot, the humble old carrot. There's a little bit of vegetables in my cooking, but it's all on the side of the big meat. It's super difficult today. There's a pressure test attached to this, but yet you've got to go out on a limb.
It's just a wobbly one for me.
Brent.
Andy.
Invention test.
Oh, mate.
How you feel about that?
Oh.
You and your caffeine state.
Yeah, hope that helps soon, because I've had Buckley's ideas.
It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
So how are you approaching this?
Basically, my wife's favourite vegetable dish is honey glazed carrots. So I'm going to try to make that into a dessert. The family are definitely in my mind today. A little bit homesick, but at the same time, this is such an opportunity that I'm not going to bow down to the pressure. I still have no idea what I'm cooking, but I'm hoping to come up with an idea and figure it out while I'm creating it.
All right, Master Chefs, you've had 15 minutes. You got 1 hour to go!
I don't want to go home today. Oh.
Or tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Sorry, I'm not going home today.
Today I'm really wanting to stuff the potato skin so it looks like a little egg and it's sitting upright with a really yummy smoked creme fraiche mousse in the middle.
Oh my God, Eric, I'm smoking something. I don't know what I'm doing.
Guys, I've never smoked something before, so it's really exciting.
God, it's a bit smoky.
I think this dish is really inventive because of the way it looks. It's something that I've never seen before, so I'm really hoping the judges like the idea.
Hey, Savina.
Hello,
Hi,
Savina.
boys.
What are you doing? Potato, I can see.
So it's going to be a potato skin, and then I'm going to stuff it with like a smoked creme fraiche, herbs, crispy potato skin on the top, and it's going to look like a little egg.
So you're just talking about a stuffed potato skin?
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that you could get at a pub.
Okay.
It's quite a done thing. It's not really inventive. So you're just talking about a stuffed potato skin?
Yeah.
It's quite a done thing. It's not really inventive.
Okay.
Just take a couple of minutes now to rethink. All right, good luck.
And my heart's just kind of sinking because the pubs in Tassie definitely don't have this one.
I'm just trying to think what the best idea is then.
If I can't turn this dish around, I will definitely be cooking in the pressure test tomorrow, which I definitely do not want to do. So I've got to really dig deep and try and come up with something.
Today's challenge is a MasterChef classic, the invention test. We have to pick one of the 5 boring vegetables and make something incredibly inventive and, of course, delicious. My style of cooking is very regional and cuisine based, so I love cooking a lot of like regional Chinese food. Today, I've chosen carrots and I'm deciding to make zhimaqiu, Chinese sesame balls. Chinese sesame rice balls are a classic sort of snacky dessert that you'd find a lot in like yum cha and things like that.
So I'm using carrot in the dough, which is very untraditional. The dough is normally just a normal glutinous rice flour dough, and I'm using carrot as the base. I'm using like a honey carrot in the center, and I'm gonna glaze them with this carrot molasses.
I've never had a sesame ball that's made with carrot puree before, so I'm hoping that is inventive enough to hit the brief.
I really want to prove to the judges this week that I'm here and I mean business. Like, I can really kind of think more technically to make delicious dishes that someone else wouldn't really make.
I'm doing a little play on Vietnamese bánh cuốn, which is usually like pork wrapped with rice noodle, but I'm using the zucchini as a wrapper today because I think it's going to give it that same kind of soft, nice texture that I'm looking for. It's a little bit out there, but hopefully I can figure it out.
Tommy!
Hey mate, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm actually in a really good headspace. I think I've got an idea. I'm going to do like a Vietnamese bánh cuốn. I'm going to just wrap it with the zucchini.
Righto.
And then the sauce on top.
The wrapper is one thing, but what's the best thing about zucchini for me?
Yeah.
It sucks up flavour. How could you make this not just a different texture in the dish, but also get some flavour into it, which helps all these things along? I'll leave that with you.
Thanks, mate.
Good idea.
I'm thinking about how I can kind of incorporate zucchini better in my dish. I might put some in my meat mixture just to kind of soak up that Vietnamese flavour, and I might also make some matchsticks to soak into my nuoc mam.
We are looking for creative dishes. You do not want to be in the bottom 4. 45 minutes to go.
45 to go, man. That's crazy.
Potato is quite a versatile vegetable, so my brain goes to sweet to see whether I could maybe use potato a couple of different ways that haven't been done before.
Being an invention test, you've got to invent something and push the boundaries, and quite often when people think of vegetables, they don't think of desserts.
The dish I'm cooking today is a potato crumble with a cinnamon anglaise.
It's sort of like an apple crumbly vibe.
It should trick the mind. It should taste like an apple crumble and look like an apple crumble, even though I'm using potato as the fruit.
I've got my notes in front of me from the beginning of the cook and I'm going through each element that I'd planned. I'm thinking, how can I turn this into something else? I grabbed the Japanese lathe and put a potato through it and get some lovely ribbons of potato. It's so thin, it almost looks like phyllo pastry. I'm thinking, what would happen to that if I deep fried that?
I'm thinking I'm going to do kind of like a potato mille-feuille now. So this is a savoury take, which is an invention in itself because traditionally a mille-feuille is obviously a French layered dessert. I've never seen a potato mille-feuille. So the potato will be like pastry and then it's going to have this smoked creme fraiche in between the layers. And I'm actually really happy about how it's looking and I think it's going to taste really good. I guess it's just about hitting the brief.
They look so yum.
So I've chosen the onion. I think this dish is inventive because I have never seen a green curry cake before. It will be like a green curry, but like in a dessert form. Previously, when I've made Thai green curry, I would use shallots in the green curry paste. White onion and shallots are very similar. I think it's going to play on, you know, the sweet, savoury thing. Being here in MasterChef has taken my cooking to a whole new level. I think it's the time and the pressure. It just has this effect on me that it just makes me do even better than I normally would. Put my ice cream in, so I should have enough time to do that. I'm just about to chuck the cakes in as well. So I think I'm going okay right now, and then I'll start working on my caramel and my other garnishes. I want my cakes to look like little pretty cakes that you would buy from a cafe or a pastry shop. I want to have one cake per judge. I want them to take a bite thinking that it's just your normal cake, and then they're going to get hit by the green curry flavour.
I'm going to make some carrot steaks today. I've sliced the carrot really thinly, and inside the carrot I've put tarragon, basil, and then some cardamom and cumin powder just to try and up the earthy, savoury awesomeness of the steak. I'm just going to roll it up and sear it so it mimics a steak. If it tastes really good, I hope that's creative enough.
Bro, that thing's going to be sick.
I hope so, brother.
15 MasterChef contestants, and I reckon there are some cracking dishes. Depinder's doing a Thai green curry, onion-focused cake with a coconut ice cream on the side.
Love
really
it.
Cool,
Yeah.
really good. Tom's doing a sort of like fake fried egg, which is a white chocolate sort of tart case, and then he's got a spherification of carrot in the top so it looks like a fried egg.
Love it. That sounds super fun
Yeah,
as well.
very
What
cool.
are you liking, Andy?
We're going to go Pete.
Okay.
I really like his carrot steak.
Oh, butter.
That is going to be absolutely delicious and it's inventive. I think Tommy's on the right track as well. He's really thought about the zucchini. He's layed some of it. He was then thinking of making that the replacement of this rice noodle. I reckon he's onto something here.
Love this challenge. It is fantastic. Not only are we seeing creative, inspiring, delicious cooking, but also we're going to get to eat 15 super interesting, tasty, creative, surprising dishes. I love this challenge. Love it.
Today I'm making a dish called carrot slide up. It's essentially a dessert contained in a tempered white chocolate shell with an egg yolk on top, which is made out of carrot juice. The whole dish is going to look like a fried egg.
I've got my whipped white chocolate in the fridge to set. I just need to whip that. I've got my shortbread in the fridge. I need to bake that. I'm getting my caramel done here, and my spheres are in the freezer chilling. So I need to basically temper some chocolate, start getting these elements in the molds, and then put that egg on top, that egg yolk.
I'm making it because I think it's a really inventive way to use carrot, and it's also showing a lot of technique, and I think if the flavours work, the judges will be really impressed.
There is still a lot to do. I'm just going to push in this next 10 minutes, see what I can get done, and if I have to edit, I will.
We've got these 5 humble ingredients, and you have got 30 minutes to go.
Hey, Brent.
Well,
You've chosen carrots?
I have carrot and orange ice cream, and then a sesame crunch sort of bottom thing.
We've seen some savoury ice creams before.
Yeah.
How will this be set apart from that?
I think the concern is the carrot ice cream. Is it too basic?
Right. Oh no.
I have to come up with an idea. You know, just for that little extra touch that's going to hit the brief.
We've seen some savoury ice creams before.
Yeah.
How will this be set apart from that?
I think the concern is the carrot ice cream. Is it too basic? My mind goes to a carrot caramel. Whether I can inject some more carrot presence in the dish. My biggest goal today is just get it done, be inventive, and stay out of bottom 4.
Today's challenge is a good old invention test, and look, I've chosen to use zucchini as my vegetable of choice, and I'm making a Vietnamese zucchini bánh cuốn. I'm using the zucchini as a wrapper today because I think it's going to give it that same kind of soft, nice texture that I'm looking for. I'm also going to see if I can pickle some of this to see if I can double wrap it. I've also pickled some in my nuc jam sauce today because Andy was saying that it soaks up flavour, so I just want to see if I can kind of get it all flowing. When the judges taste my dish today, I'm just hoping they experience just like an assault on the senses, you know? The nuc mum's going to hit them in the face, the spice. The way I make it is just I make it strong and spicy. Oh, it's the best thing for this dish.
Happy?
I'm pretty happy, man.
We've got these 5 humble ingredients, and you have got 15 minutes to reinvent them into something that's going to blow our socks off.
Today I'm making a layered dessert in a tempered white chocolate shell. And I'm gonna have a carrot sphere on top so it looks like a fried egg.
I've frozen my carrot juice in these little dome molds. When I put that into the sodium alginate bath, the outside of those spheres will thaw and form that little jelly exterior.
Oh my God.
The carrot spheres are holding perfectly. They look so yolk-like. The colour is perfect. The size is perfect.
I don't know how I've done that. I'm just so glad that it's worked. And hopefully it stays together for the judges, that it looks like a fried egg.
So I'm cooking a green curry cake with a coconut ice cream and a coconut crumb. I take my cakes out of the tin. Ooh, cute. I give it a taste. The onions were cooked off, so they're adding to the sweet note. It tastes exactly how I imagined it to taste.
I'm gonna garnish it with some fresh flowers, like a chili white chocolate ganache, and then I've got toasted coconut as well.
I want this white chocolate ganache to be nice and rich. I'm also gonna lift it with a bit of chili, so the judges get that continuous sweet, savoury flavour throughout the cake.
You have 5 minutes left to show us just how creative you can be. It's smelling amazing out here. 5 minutes to go!
5 minutes to go, and I'm now trying to construct my Chinese carrot sesame balls. My first one breaks and it doesn't work. Oh my God. Okay. I'm just not leaving myself a time yet again to be able to do this correctly. Oh God. 3 of them end up working. Oh God. I coat them in the white sesame and then I throw them into the oil. It's not sizzling like I want it to. I have this sinking feeling in my heart that it's not hot enough.
I'm really under the pump. I don't think they're going to be cooked.
For my potato mille-feuille, I've got my smoked creme fraiche mousse. I'm gonna pipe that in between some fried sheets of potato, and that's gonna look like the puff pastry.
So I think my new dish really hits the brief because I've taken a French classic dessert, turned it into something savoury.
I've never even made a mille-feuille, let alone a savoury mille-feuille, let alone one made out of vegetables.
We asked you to surprise us with something creative and something delicious. You've only got 3 minutes left. Come on. Come on, Linda.
Come on! Hustle, hustle, hustle!
I'm looking at my carrot steak and I'm really happy with it.
There is a lot of butter in there. There's garlic in there as well that I've pushed to the point of being black because I want that flavour.
It's definitely risky. Essentially, I'm just serving carrot. But I do feel confident that the flavour is going to be interesting enough that hopefully just this carrot steak will get me through.
All right, guys, finishing touches. Time to bring it home. You've only got 60 seconds. Come on. Come on.
I slice my cake, I have a taste, and it's actually pretty good. The cubes of compressed potato really look like apple. It's definitely halfway between a cake and a pudding, and so I'm hoping I've hit the brief today.
Here we go! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's it. Well done, everybody.
Well done.
How'd you go? I don't know, man. I was actually really worried at first. I had no idea. Then all of a sudden something just clicked and I was just in my happy mode again and I was having so much fun cooking today. I've turned a boring vegetable into something so exciting. Like my heart is racing from the thought of how cool zucchini is.
Today, we asked you to bring us a dish using one of the humble vegetables, but used in a creative way. The bottom 4 is what we're looking for. They'll go into tomorrow's pressure test. The first dish we'd like to test, Tom.
I think I've done what I set out to do today. I think I've put up an inventive dish. It's really risky and also a little bit difficult, but in terms of technique, I think I have nailed it.
You've got to be yolking.
Oh, there you go, Dad.
It looks perfect, but I'm not sure if I balanced the flavours correctly. I guess now it's crunch time and it comes down to whether the dish tastes good or not.
Tom, what have you cooked?
I'm calling this dish carrot side up. So there's a white chocolate shell, there's a whipped white chocolate, a carrot caramel, a biscuit base, and then that carrot juice egg yolk.
How does this rate in your Tom-O-meter?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with this dish. Hearing it was an invention test today, like that's my favourite challenge in all of MasterChef. So I was really excited to give this challenge a good go today.
Okay, well, we'll taste.
Oh. Gooey.
That's like watching someone pop bubble wrap.
Tom, you're one of a few people that got a little bit giddy over the invention test. You had a nice smile on your face. You're like, yeah, this is my time.
Absolutely.
I love that. It translates into the food. Your biscuit was good. Your white chocolate cream was awesome. Your tempered chocolate was great. To be able to crack my own piece of tempered chocolate, it's got a fun element to it as well. So if you love the invention part of cooking, like awesome, go there more.
Fair dues, mate. You know, at the end of the day, today is about an invention test. It's about being creative. You did just that. I loved it. Well done.
Thank you.
Good stuff, Tom.
Walking back to my bench, I know I'm probably safe. And I think moving forward, knowing that the competition's ramped up, I need to play it risky more often. And I think I've shown myself today that that can pay off.
Well done, dude.
Next up, smiling Tommy.
Zucchini bun cung, like it's so cool, I can't believe it. I can say for a fact that I've never seen this dish before, especially not in Vietnam. And who knows, it might be a new craze.
Oh, yeah.
Tommy, what's the dish?
The dish is zucchini bun cung. Bun cung is usually a rice noodle dish that's wrapped with the pork and the mushroom and onions, garlic, all the Vietnamese good stuff. But today I laid some zucchini and I kind of wrapped it in that.
It smells delicious.
Is that what you call a poke of chili?
You all right, mate?
I love it. Still got 2 pieces on there, mate.
It's good. It's just spicy.
What you've done in terms of knowing this dish so well that you could approximate the imagery of it, but give it something else, give it you, that's to be extremely commended. You know, 10s across the board. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Very clever dish, very well executed by a very happy chef. So, well done, mate.
Thanks, guys. Walking back to my bench, I still can't get this stupid smile off my face. I'm just like so happy with today's cook. It really makes me feel like I belong in this competition now.
Next up, Pete. And the dish is?
It's a carrot steak with béarnaise sauce.
And I'm not going to beat around the bush. It looks a little dark on top, but I'm guessing that's how you want it?
I did want to push it really, really far.
Yeah.
So it would be something that looks like a steak.
Rightio. I really liked the darkness of it. It needed that dark caramelisation to give that bitterness. I love the idea, and I think it's inventive because you're the steak and sauce guy, and now you've done steak and sauce, but you've done it with vegetable.
What's clever is just the way that you've infused flavour in multiple ways. All of those little pieces of attention to detail do not go unnoticed.
Okay.
I really like where you're going.
Pete, I think this is fantastic, delicious modern cooking. You want to watch.
Here he is.
Next up, Scott Baggins! Right, Scott.
When in doubt, cover it in custard.
Cover it in custard. What could possibly go wrong? All right, Scott, what have you made us, mate?
Potato crumble with a cinnamon anglaise.
School dinners-ish kind of vibes seeping out of this one.
A little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mate, there's nothing wrong with ugly delicious as long as it's delicious, right?
Yeah, well, let's try it.
It's a curious one. My palate's a bit confused and suggesting things that aren't there, which is interesting. That's not a bad thing at all. But the cake density is the thing I grapple with the most. I'm a bit somewhere in the middle on this one.
It's an interesting thing. There's no question about it. The potato replacing the apple. I'm struggling. This one is right on that fine line on was it delicious or not. That could see you in trouble, mate. Well done, mate. Next up, Savina.
I'm happy with how I've used potato in the end. It took me a while to think about how I could be inventive with it. I'm hoping, you know, what's inventive to me is inventive to them as well. Otherwise, I will definitely be heading into the pressure test tomorrow and I'll be wearing a black apron.
Savina, tell me about your dish.
So today I've done a bit of a play on a French classic. So it's basically a potato millefeuille.
It looks very cool. Are you happy you changed?
Yeah, I'm really happy I changed my mind. I think I recovered well, but I think I've learnt just to go in with a much clearer head and just really question myself at the beginning of the cook to make sure I don't have to pivot in the middle because it is slightly stressful.
Flavour-wise, right up top. It's just, for me, it's like a plated chip and dip. So inventiveness down the bottom, flavour up the top.
You've picked things that you know are best mates. Fresh and chives works really well. The potato loves those things as well. But the way you finely balance things, like the little pops of sweetness from the grape, the salt bush as seasoning, they require a high amount of consideration to think about how you're going to balance all of these tiny, tiny details. So in that regard, delicious. Yes, it just comes down to how adequately it meets the brief.
Okay.
It's a tricky one.
Thanks, Savina.
Thanks, Savina.
Walking away is obviously so frustrating because I nailed the flavour, but I didn't nail the brief.
Next up, it's quichua.
So I picked the potato. Today I bought you some Indian street food. I have samosas, fuchka, and a little bit of kachotpati to eat with the samosa.
You've managed to elevate a very humble ingredient into something quite exceptional.
You're up, Amir.
So I've made zucchini munti, so Turkish dumpling, and I've used the zucchini for the wrapper.
Keep cooking like that. That is your jam in terms of flavour. Focus on that, mate, and you will go nowhere.
Justin, you're up.
It is an onion ice cream, an onion caramel, an onion crumb, and just some orange and rosemary granita.
I thought it was magic. I really enjoyed it. It was just a delicious dessert. Well done, mate.
Nice one, Justin.
Aaron, tell us about your dish, mate.
I have made carrot cake dumplings.
That is how you reinvent the carrot cake, my friend. That is expertly done.
Thank you so much, guys.
Next up, Dan. All right, Dan, what do we got?
So today I've made broccoli dan dan noodles.
The broccoli, I reckon if you'd cut it slightly differently, you could have emulated pork mince.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have had sort of a big mouthful of broccoli and a big mouthful of noodles in the sauce. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thanks, Dan.
The next dish we would like to taste belongs to Brent.
Go, Bryce.
Walking up there, you know, stoked with the dish in front of me. It looks amazing. I'm really surprised of how far I've sort of come, especially having done many desserts at home and now coming into MasterChef kitchen and whipping out these desserts. I'm proud as punch. But whether I hit the brief, the ice cream's carrot, the caramel's carroty, I just hope that I've done enough.
Okay, Brent, first off, would you please introduce your dish to us?
Carrot and orange ice cream, a sesame crunch, a rosemary twirl, and then a carrot caramel.
How does Brent go with a conceptual challenge, a creative challenge?
I don't know whether it was a coffee, but I just had honey carrots in my head the whole time. My wife loves them, and
What's that got to do with coffee?
I was jacked up, and then I just couldn't get them out of my head. Like, honey carrots was what I was cooking today, so I just decided I'd just make a dessert.
I really like where you went with it in terms of it was inspired by your partner. I think Maybe while the coffee was the basis for the inspiration, it also sort of caused a few jitters in terms of just general executional things.
Yep.
I'm starting to sort of expect a little bit more from you because I know that you have it in you to be able to do that.
Brent, I think we found your weak spot, which is a good thing because you're wearing a white apron today. At the end of the day, I'm struggling to say, yes, you've hit the brief. It's carrot ice cream, seen it a million times. Carrot sauce, same. Get that it's, your wife's favourite savoury dish that you've turned into a dessert, but that's not enough.
Yeah.
Thanks,
you.
Brent.
Thank you.
Cheers, Brent.
No, I'm definitely in the bottom pack. Whether it's the bottom 4, I'm really worried.
Eric, it's you.
Chinese sesame rice balls are a classic snacky dessert, and then I'm serving that with some jasmine tea. My biggest concern is just the cook on the carrot sesame balls, but they're the focal point of this dish, so...
Okay, Eric, talk to me about this dish.
So it's kind of a takeoff of Chinese sesame balls. The rice flour dough, the base of it is carrot puree, and I filled them with black sesame paste and some honey stewed carrots.
I'm a little bit worried for you.
Yeah.
Because if the temperature of the oil isn't quite right, it has a tendency to seep into the batter. Then what you don't get is that beautiful crunch on the outside, followed by that yielding, chewy, beautiful texture on the inside.
I wish it had been right, the pastry. It wasn't greasy, you know.
Same.
Today, this is probably going to put you in trouble. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Eric. Here we go, Depinder.
When the judges eat this cake, I want them to experience exactly like, a green curry cake. So all those spices that you normally add to the green curry, I want them to experience that, but it needs to be perfectly balanced. Or I could be the one in trouble today.
Depinder, what's the dish?
So I've made green curry cake with coconut ice cream.
Are you happy?
Yeah, I tasted the cake. I really enjoy it, but you may like it, you might not like it. It's just...
Don't hold that against me.
No, I'm not.
Pretty whack idea. Curry cake. I just say that, curry cake. I've never said that. But it's phenomenal. The onion, it's there, it's humming, but in a sweet way and also a savoury way. That's the really clever thing here. That white chocolate ganache is so good, just with a little hint of chilli there. And then the coconut ice cream, again, it kind of reinforces that whole curry thing that you were going on. I don't know, that could be the new thing. The old curry cake for the win. Well done.
Depinder, I absolutely loved it. Were you creative? Absolutely. Execution, very well made cake. The ganache on the top and the trimmings, if you like, of the cake, brilliant. It's about as good as it gets for me.
I think this is deeply impressive work. You've considered the elements of what makes a great curry and the elements of what makes a really great cake, and you've found the gaps that mean that they can mesh together into a dish that makes sense. And the fact that it looks as pretty as a picture, it just adds to you being a massive threat in this kitchen.
Thank you.
Well done, Depinder.
Nice one, Depinder.
I'm feeling great at this point.
Yeah.
The curry cake worked. Curry never fails.
Work it.
Oh my God.
Auntie Ellen loves cake.
I want to go home and make some more of that green curry cake and eat it all.
We saw some truly inspired cooking today, especially from Tom. Hey, that faux fried egg dish, brilliant. And Pete, mate, you had one of the most inventive dishes of the day. Tommy, your ban kwang was very well executed, so well done, mate.
Thank you.
Next up on the winners list, Depinder. Absolutely phenomenal curry cake. I just want to say curry cake again, so well done. Excellent cooking, all of you. Keep it right there.
All right, let's get down to business. The not so pleasant news about which 4 are going into tomorrow's pressure test. If I call your name, please step forward. Brent. Mate, tough day in the kitchen for you, mate. You just didn't hit the brief today. Scott. You know, I know, we all know, today was not one of your best cooks, mate. Eric. Eric, the sesame balls were greasy, wrong texture. Tough day for you as well, mate. The last person going into tomorrow's pressure test is Savina. Your dish was tasty, but a few chips and dip does not make a meal for you.
Eric, Brent, Scott, and Savina. You're in tomorrow's pressure test. Go home, dust off the disappointment, get some rest, and we will see you tomorrow nice and focused.
Next time on MasterChef Australia.
Clinton McIver!
What lies beneath the cloche?
Today's pressure test will be sight unseen.
Will challenge every one of their senses.
I don't know, it's pretty weird.
Which of these cooks will be blinded by the pressure?
I've got 1 in 4 chances of going home.
And say goodbye to their MasterChef dream.
Oh my God, it is looking absolutely tragic.